Do you guys know anyone that can whistle with grass? Hello everyone, today I would like to introduce you to my sister, who can whistle with grass and is also my idol. My sister isn't the funniest, the smartest, and definitely not perfect, but she surely is the best sister I could ever ask for. Other than the whistling with grass trick, she is someone that is willing to challenge herself in new things, someone that is willing to take action to pursue in her dream, and most importantly, someone I look up to. Growing up, I've always had a really close relationship with my sister. Despite our 5 years of age gap, we still created a lot of good memories together. A few days ago, when I was scrolling through the old photos of us, it immediately threw me back to the good old days. Like I mentioned, there's a 5 years of age gap between us, so a lot of the time, she took over the responsibility to take care of me when our parents weren't around. Whenever I was crying because I can't find my mom or my dad, she will always comfort me. She's the type of person that makes people feel comfortable being surrounded by, not just by the way she acts or talks. She's just the type of person that tries her best to spread positive energies to her surroundings. So I was not only smoothed out by her comforting words, but also the warm energy she spreads out. Yes, my sister is a really kind and warm person, but I also admire her because she's constantly challenging herself to new things. And here are some of the adventures she had shared with me. When she was our age, she had already climbed multiple mountains that are all higher than 3,000 meters in Taiwan. From what she said, it was really challenging at that time, but those experiences are now some of her most unforgettable memories. To be ready, not only was climbing up the mountain hard, the preparing process was nowhere easier. To be ready for the climb, they started to train in physical fitness 2 months before. They ran 2 kilometers every other day and then gradually increased the distance to 6 kilometers. Between the runs, they specifically focused on training their muscles. That way they can handle the weight of the backpack and the long walks. 2 months later, when they started the climb, they carried a backpack that weighed over 12 kilograms and walked with all the supplies and things they needed, and walked over 10 hours a day and set up their own tent and made their own food. I can't imagine how exhausting all this can get, but all of these are so worth it, said my sister. Because in the morning, she gets to see the cloud sea and the sunrise. During the day, she can be surrounded by the sound of birds chirping and breathe in the fresh air. At night, she gazes upon the starry nights with countless stars and the moon. In other words, it was a really precious opportunity where she gets to be surrounded by nature away from the busy streets. I'm still amazed by all this, especially she was my age when she started mountain climbing. My sister gets excited when she faces challenges. Here's another crazy story about her. Not only does she climb mountains higher than 3,000 meters, she has even gone homeless. I remember when I was in elementary school, my mom told me that my sister gave up the chance to travel to Europe and said she wanted to go to the south of Taiwan and survive 5 days with only $10. Till this day, I still think this is impossible. For me, traveling alone itself is really hard, but traveling with $10 is just impossible. But somehow my sister managed to do it not once, not twice, but 3 times, and actually enjoyed the process. She told me that when she was there, she met a lot of really kind people that helped her to succeed in this journey. Some elder offered them a night stay at his house, some stranger gave them tickets to amusement parks, and so on. Hearing her share about this makes me want to visit that amazing place full of love and kindness, but more than $10, of course. As I mentioned in the beginning, my sister is a living example of a dream chaser, and here's why. She first saw her dream art school in an elementary school textbook. Later on, she was lucky enough to visit there in person. That visit planted a seed in her, and it has been her dream school ever since. At that time, she was only 8 years old. Growing up, she's always showed creativity. She has always been a creative person and was remarkable enough to have excellent talent in art. But talent without hard work is nothing. Just like planting a seed, you also need to water and nourish it and able to see the result. So, to be able to be accepted by the school of her dreams, I often catch her awake drawing at 4 a.m. She said midnight inspires her the most is when she can really focus on herself and her creations. Aside from making good art, she also had to conquer her weakness in English. She went to a cram school at first, but later on she studied with a personal tutor because the cram school assignment were too entry level for her. I admire how she keeps trying until she finds the right fit for her style of study, instead of just following the original plan. And I'm really proud to say that right now she is a second-year undergraduate student at the school of her dreams studying in animation. And she wants me to tell you that she is struggling with school right now. My sister is my idol, not only because she knows what she wants and goes after it. She makes a smile on my face whenever I'm talking to her. She gives me useful advice and helps me organize my emotions when I'm not feeling the best. She is not just a big sister to me. She is someone I look up to, someone that encouraged me to become a better person, and I'm proud to say that she is my idol. To end the speech with, I would like to share with you some of my thoughts. Don't just admire your idol, follow their footsteps on becoming the best version of yourself. Just like I'm following my sister's footsteps on becoming a braver and more dependent person, just like her. Thank you.